Hello everyone, welcome back to the Revival. Today it's Newcastle versus Watford in the Premier League. And as you can see from the Premier League table there, we do have a 2 point lead over Liverpool at the top of the table. We'll have to wait and see if we can maintain that lead or maybe even extend it depending on how things go in their game today. Let's have a look at the starting lineup and you can see everybody in pretty good form. There's a few slight stamina issues going on with the team. Obviously, with the international games having just finished and a Champions League game in the bag as well, a few players are struggling to maintain their fitness. So we're going to make a few slight changes just to allow some legs to recover. Nothing too dramatic, but certainly something that will benefit some of these players. I think that will pretty much do it. Obviously, Paredes is already looking tired, but he... Let's go for a really physical front line, shall we? Not Vinicius Junior, of course, bit of a trickster, but Joelinton and Paredes between them, definitely able to win the ball. Yeah, so Paredes, he's not a starter every single game, so I don't really have too many concerns about playing him, even with his stamina as low as it is. We'll just have to keep an eye on him, make sure that we take him off as and when we need to. I'm tempted to give Aya a break as well. We'll play Mattia in his place, and actually we'll put Fazio on the bench. I don't want to pull a it's only Ray Parlour, but Watford should be, this team that we're playing should be good enough to beat them, but we will have to wait and see. Now let's just make sure. I just want to give Watford the yellow shorts just to give them a little bit more contrast when they're playing from left to right, because that black half of their outfit might cause some issues. Okay, let's go. Let's see what we can do today. Little bit, I would say, disappointing performance. Not performance necessarily, the result certainly disappointing yesterday, drawing 1-1 against Paris Saint-Germain. I wouldn't have minded a 0-0 draw, but as soon as you start conceding goals at home, you are giving teams an advantage against you. The only thing that we can hope is that we're able to score at least one goal in Paris next time out, and that will completely neutralise any away goal advantage that they have against us, as long as we don't end up losing that game. So here we go. Newcastle are shooting to the right hand side of your screen, as you can tell, and they're going to be looking for an early start to proceedings here. And they've given away possession, but they've won it back very quickly. Watford apparently just happy to get the ball out of their box, don't really care where it ends up. It's Wanfran on the right hand side, plays it centrally to Shelvey, who plays it back to Hayden after a little bit of pressure on him. Back to Shelvey again, and he's caught on the ball, and now Watford can break. A little bit of sloppy passing here from Newcastle, benefiting the Watford front line. It's a good pass and a good take wide on this side. Newcastle now with the ball can bring it forward. Willems on the left hand side, back inside to Nkunku. Does well to hold on to the ball, plays it back out to Willems on the left. There's a ball through to Nkunku on the left hand side. He's going to look for a cross. Finds the ball into the box. Here's a chance, and it's a great save by the Watford keeper. Shelvey tries the shot, but it's blocked. Ball's headed out wide to Willems, who can put one into the box here. And now Watford able to break, but it's well won by Mattia. Really is a commanding presence when he gets to play centrally. And Nkunku cross in, Paredes, and he can't quite get enough on the ball. It's a good idea, but he can't quite execute. And the header goes harmlessly wide for a Watford goal kick. Thatcher again winning the ball, but losing out now. Ridiculous bit of play by Watford. Forcing the save from Schubert and winning themselves a corner kick in the process. Goalkeeper punches rather unconvincingly. Ball played forward nice and quickly though. Newcastle able to try and take advantage of this. And the defender, not talking to his goalkeeper, decides the safest thing is going to be to kick it out for a corner. And Nkunku, standing over the ball, will play it in, whipped in nice and quick. Bounces outside the area. Willems now on the left-hand side, looking at his options. Plays it into Shelvey. Shelvey with a flighted shot, and the goalkeeper palms it over the top of the bar. Question as to whether the goalkeeper might have been able to just claim it for his own, but instead he plonked for safety. And the goalkeeper making a good save from a narrow angle. And it's going to be picked up by Watford. And they look to bring the ball forward here. Good interception by Nkunku though. Ball is lost. Newcastle get it back. Nkunku. Well won, Wanfran. Looks to play it in. It's blocked by a defender. It goes out for a throw. Just knocked off his stride a little bit there, and it gives the defender the opportunity to win the ball. Shelvey heads it back to Wanfran. Out to Paredes. Looks for the cross. Deflection takes it away from him. And it's an offside given against Paredes, who hadn't managed to bring himself back quickly enough. Not really his fault on this occasion. I think maybe Shelvey should have been a bit more alert to what was going on ahead of him before he played the ball. Now Cathcart in the left back position plays the ball to one of the centre backs, Carlos Ruiz. Watford playing a little bit of possession football here, just trying to slow things down. But Newcastle pick the ball up and immediately look for the forward ball. It doesn't find its target this time, unfortunately for them. Nice little lob ball over the advancing left back. Well defended, goes out for a throw into Watford. Throw to be taken by Hughes. Gets it back, plays the ball into the box. Goalkeeper takes it very easily into his arms. No pressure on him there. It's meat and drink to a keeper of his quality. Bit of a risky pass, that one, but it did work out. And just as I thought a foul was going to be called there, it's actually the half-time whistle. 0-0 at this juncture. Newcastle looking like they're running out of ideas a little bit, and Watford happy to hit on the break. Hopefully Newcastle can come up with something in this second half that can bring it to life. That's a well won header, and Watford will want to take advantage of this if they can. But the tackle by Wanfran, nicely timed, and it allows Newcastle to come forward on the break here. Here's Paredes. Can't hold on to the ball though. pressing by Newcastle though, forcing the ball back to the defence. That's surely a foul there, but the referee decides to allow play to continue. And the ball is very quickly played forward to the Watford strikers, but they can't do anything with it. And Hayden wins the ball twice, the second one deemed to be a foul. Again, not entirely sure about that call from the referee, but there's nothing that we can do about it. It looks like Watford are going to float one into the box. Newcastle get hold of the ball. And here's Joelinton. He's not the quickest, but he is able to hold the ball up fairly well. Ah, no, they just can't do anything with it that time. Hayden again, he's been absolutely fantastic today, winning the ball whenever he needs to. Here's Paredes on the right hand side. He's going to look to put a cross in. It's deflected, and I think it might end up going out for a corner kick. It does indeed. Watford are going to get to this first. But Todibo does a fairly good job of getting back on the man early. He wins the ball back, and Newcastle have this in an interesting area of the pitch. That's a very good one too. Cross into the box. And Shelvey's shot doesn't trouble the goalkeeper. It's right down his gullet. Ah, that's a shame. That's a real shame. It was a lovely ball, but the defender closed him down before he was able to take the shot. Newcastle just rushing things a little bit here, and that's why the passes aren't finding their intended targets. Shelvey. Oh, it's so close, so close. Infuriatingly close. That's a bad pass. Not sure what that was meant to be, but it wasn't what was needed. This could be interesting if Junior can get onto it first. Looks like it's going to go out for a throw-in. I have to say this front three have been fairly anonymous today. They've certainly not done what they've needed to do. So fresh legs, order of the day. Maximan and Werner both coming on. Oh! Werner determined to make an impression. Header. Goalkeeper takes it, no trouble whatsoever. And it's looking increasingly likely that Newcastle are going to draw a blank here. No. His competitive nature gets the better of him, and Vinicius Jr., in trying to win the ball, ends up giving away a foul. And that is pretty much going to be it, I think. Not sure he actually touched the Watford defender. But when you go to ground, you invite that kind of call. And that's it. That's all she wrote. It's 0-0 here at St James's Park. A second draw in a row for Newcastle, and this is not a result that they can afford in the Champions League next time out. It's not really a performance or a result that they could afford this time, and now they have to hope that Liverpool have been unable to take advantage of these 2 drop points. A very one-sided game, but at the end of the day, if you can't put it in the back of the net, then you're not going to win matches. And looking at the other results, we can see that, in fact, Liverpool have slipped up big time. Southampton with a 1-0 victory over the Liverpool players today, and that means that Newcastle somehow remain atop of the Premier League, and in fact now are 3 points clear at the top. The gap has really shrunk between second and fourth. It's 2 points between those teams, with Manchester United lurking in the background, looking to try and press the advantage and perhaps overtake a failing Tottenham Hotspur right now. So that is all for today. As you can see, tomorrow it's going to be the all-important second leg of the Champions League. And that one is going to be taking place in France at the Parc des Princes against Paris Saint-Germain. Hopefully Newcastle can get at least 1 goal, force it to extra time. Maybe even we could win the match. I don't know. It's going to be a big one. I hope you can join me then. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye.